is to regulate all on-farm and off-farm activities in the coffee value chain, to promote and oversee the quality, and I want to underline the word, the quality of coffee along the value chain, to support research and development, promote production, and improve the marketing of coffee stakeholders in the country. It should be noted that UCDA's main mandate is regulatory and important to ensure compliance with the export requirements and international food safety standards. Anything that compromises UCDA will compromise our standards and our markets. UCDA is further mandated with the development and establishment of a traceability system intended, among others, to comply with EU deforestation regulation, which is of recent. There is also a requirement of corporate sustainability and due diligence directives. The traceability system, which is a regulatory tool, is supposed to register all participants in the coffee value chain. And it is UCDA that is mandated with that role. We observe that the current UCDA, that currently it is UCDA that is best positioned in terms of professional knowledge, human resource, systems, and accreditations to handle the mandate of quality assurance. And I want to ask the honorable members to underline the word accreditations. And all regulation requirements necessary for coffee value chain and international trade. Right Honorable Speaker, allow me to elaborate on the accreditation. It takes 5 to 10 years for any system to be accredited internationally. 5 to 10 years. And accreditation involves pre-accreditation, application, desk review, on-site survey, and accreditation decision. That requires 5 to 10 years. The moment we tamper with UCDA, we are going to lose this accreditation. And it is not true that the minister will get the accreditation the next year. We need 5 to 10 years. Mainstreaming UCDA into MAIF risks compromising quality control and regulation, which will negatively affect coffee trade and markets. This will adversely impact on the coffee export from Uganda and our global competitiveness. We are going to be affected. We don't want to try what the neighbors in Kenya and Ethiopia tried and they failed. They rationalized their boards and they were terribly affected. MAIF, and I'm talking about Minister of Agriculture, in its current form lacks capabilities, systems, and structures to handle coffee quality regulations and the stringent trade requirements for the markets in the coffee trade. MAIF does not have that capacity now. UCDA is designated as a center of Robusta excellence by the Coffee Quality Institute, which is an international institute, in addition to certification and accreditation of UCDA Coffee Laboratory in Rugogo. These tools are very important for our markets. We note that rationalization of UCDA may lead to loss of certifications and accreditations, thus affecting coffee markets. Right Honorable Speaker, there are best practices. In all countries, my colleagues have already mentioned them, all top countries which export coffee, none of them do so by regulating quality through the main ministry. They use agencies. Recommendations. We recommend that rationalization of UCDA, if done, it should be with a transition period of 5 years to allow Right Honorable, I must be protected.
Honorable members, can we have silence?
Right Honorable Speaker, if rationalization is to be done, my recommendation...
There's a procedural matter from Jonathan.
Madam Speaker, Rule 8.3 is very clear. The behavior of members in the House. Rule 8.3, let us listen to a member. Then when we have dissenting views, we will contribute. Madam Speaker, are we proceeding right as a parliament when a member is talking and we are interfering with the member on the floor?
Honorable members, if you feel you cannot be quiet when somebody is speaking, if you're not tolerant enough, the doors are open. Before I send you out myself.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Don't make me go into that extreme. Listen, everybody is being listened to.
Right Honorable Speaker, my recommendation is that if there is any rationalization of UCDA, there should be a transition for 5 years. And my justification is that we need...
Barada, you're not shouting at your co-wife.
Right Honorable Speaker, we need a period of 5 to 10 years to establish the systems and structures that will lead us to get accreditation as a nation. Right Honorable Speaker, I have proposed that in these 5 years, if of transition, the government of Uganda should provide adequate funding to promote coffee in the northern Uganda, including Lango, Acholi, Kalamoja, and West Nile. This area has been waiting for coffee, for perennial cash crop, for a long time. I've also made a recommendation, Right Honorable Speaker, that in these 5 years, UCDA should be provided additional money for coffee seedlings to the farmers that are required by farmers strategically to help us meet the 20 million bags and meet the target of 2030. Fourthly, government should put in place a fertilizer loan scheme to avail fertilizers to the farmers who need these fertilizers. Right Honorable Speaker, I've also I've also proposed that government should expedite the establishment of the Food and Veterinary Drug Regulatory Agency. And it should be this agency in the future where we put coffee and other food crops that need regulation.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker.
There's a procedure matter.
Procedure. Honourable Abedi, have a seat.
Procedure.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, we are discussing the bill, either to rationalize or not. We are not in those nitty-gritties of the advantages of the other side. So we need to know from Honourable Abedi whether he's here to tell us to rationalize or not to rationalize, other than diverting us and taking us off the major topic. So through your office, Right Honourable Speaker, is Honourable Abedi proceeding in the right direction of misleading the whole team by proposing a creation of other things that are not necessary?
Honourable members, you've heard from Honourable Abedi.
Right Honourable, allow me in a sentence to conclude. Right Honourable Speaker, I represent the people of Masaka. We are a coffee growing area. I want to request the members of Parliament that when the Honourable Member of Parliament is presenting, we should be calm, we should allow to listen, and I want to remind you, we came here by our own right. Nobody should ever think that I can come on a microphone and you intimidate me.
Honourable members,
the people of Masaka.
Honourable members, Honourable members, Government Chief Whip, Honourable members, Honourable members, we have two scenarios here. One, there are actually three. One, you don't rationalize. And when you don't rationalize, you don't go into second reading. That's number one. Number two is that you rationalize and go and give it 3 years transition period. And in the 3 years, the minister will be required to bring a statutory instrument after the 3 years. That is the second scenario. The third scenario is a transition period of 5 years. Okay? Are we together? That is, we are, that's where we are. I will, Honourable Bua.
Rule 204.
And honourable members. Honourable members.
I will sit, but I will come.
Let's have respect for each other. We are saying we want the rules to be suspended to allow you to debate. 204. Please come and see. Come and see.
No, I'm holding the floor. I am on the floor. No, I can't. You check rule 205.
Honorable, can you sit? Can you have a seat? Suspend the rule. Suspend the rule.
I'm right, Honorable Speaker.
Suspend the rule, then we allow a debate. We shall allow the debate.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker.
There's a procedure. There's a
Right,
procedure.
Honorable Speaker.
There's a procedure.
As you know, I am a servant of these rules. And I am afraid where we are heading. When the Honorable Semoju raised on a matter of procedure, Madam, you guided that the Honorable Hamson Obua is also on procedure. Quite skillfully, ingeniously, but also dishonestly, the Honorable Obua did not move on the procedure, but went on motion. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, why I'm even more afraid,
Okay, what
when
is
you
the procedure
guided,
matter?
when you guided that we are going to amend the rules, I got scared. To suspend the rules.
To allow debate.
Yes. I do not know how you knew that the Honorable Bua was moving to suspend. Is it not procedurally right? Is it not procedurally right that you first take the procedural question raised by a member?
You raise a procedural question.
Is it not procedurally right that you allow the member first to move
You
a
raise
procedural
a
issue?
procedural question.
I'm not moving a second procedural issue apart from the one I've moved.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
You know, I knew that it was going on 204 because you taught a brilliant person.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam
Yes.
Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, whether you shout, I'm not a social scientist.
Madam Speaker, I have taken.
Honorable members, can you listen to the procedural matter?
Madam Speaker, I have taken oath as an MP here at least 3 times. Each time taking 2 oaths. The first, the oath of Parliament. The procedural issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, relates to no, the rules did not order in vain that when a member is speaking, you listen. They didn't order in vain. So I am waiting for members to keep quiet. I have on 3 occasions taken oath here, one of them being the oath of Parliament, and I think every MP has. We just define numbers. That oath assigns me a responsibility to protect the institution of Parliament, because without it I am not there. Madam Speaker, the reports have been read. We took a decision here as an institution of Parliament and said, coffee, no. Wait, you former wealth creation staff. We took a decision here. We took a decision, Madam Speaker. I am waiting for silence to submit. Madam Speaker,
members allow honorable
rules don't so allow MPs to just walk like they are in a corral, that they just move around like this. Rules don't allow. Madam Speaker, the oath that I took, especially the one of Parliament, and I want you to rule and address this matter, Madam Speaker. This Parliament passed a budget here, just by a dot, by Mr. Museveni. You came here and changed it. You said Coffee Development Authority must not go, and you took a decision here. I now sympathize with people who will be reading the Hansard of Parliament. They are going to ask simple questions. Was this the same Parliament? Which kind of Parliament is this one? That you take a decision today and tomorrow you come and fall on each other. So the question I am asking, Madam Speaker, the procedural issue. The procedural issue I am raising, not only for your interpretation, but also for protection. Madam Speaker, I am raising this procedural issue, and I will be patient until the MPs who are taking your attention have all left your chair. Madam Speaker, the issue I am asking you to address.
You ladies, why are you fighting for Bala?
Madam Speaker, we have our men this side.
So the procedural issue I am raising broadly and for the integrity of this Parliament, I have listened to all the reports. None of the report is speaking about the fact that a decision was made on this matter. We now congregate here to rescind our own decision the way we did with the budget. I am asking you, Madam Speaker, whether the MPs one by one, not collectively, but one by one, who took one oath of Parliament that they will respect this institution.
What is the procedural matter?
I was laying the preamble. Whether, Madam Speaker, we don't need to first address what is now growing as a habit, that this Parliament can take a decision, they arm twist it, will come running and change it. That's the procedural issue I am raising, whether this Parliament can continue doing what it is doing, that you take a decision, when you are shouted at, you come running and overrun your own decision.
Nobody has been shouted at. We have taken decisions here. The bills are returned and we pass them again. And if this decision was made and it was returned and said we need this bill to be passed, why are we fearing to pass it? It is in our rules. Yes.
That a few months ago, this Parliament moved a motion that UCDA shouldn't be rationalized and that it should stay. the same parliament today made a decision that NFA, which had been served by this parliament, today the same parliament said that NFA goes. Does Honorable Semuju have the moral authority to say that this parliament just changes when he himself has just changed from FDC to a new party which cannot have even 5 members?